What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and I hope we're all doing extremely well. Now, this is like a type of a bonus type video. I wasn't going to release this one just yet, but I felt it kind of needed to be released sooner rather than later because it is so freaking good, and it is going to be popular very, very soon. People are going to catch on to this before my video on how good this is, but it just depends on how you set this up. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, follow me for more of this kind of content, because trust me guys, this is getting you those extra wins and getting you those extra packs in FutChamps and Rivals. And yeah, we've got a new season coming up as well, so yeah, come on, let's get on this. Let's hit that thumbs up button, let's hit that subscribe button, and let's keep this channel moving forward as best we possibly can. Now, the formation you see isn't what you see in front of you. Now, the reason that I start off as a 4-4-2 is because I can get my favourite players in this. I haven't found a proper DM yet that I like. So I'm kind of using Sauer and Zidane. So that is why I set it up as a 4-4-2. And then when we go into team management, and then we go across, there it is. It's a 4-1-2-1-2 wide. Now, the reason I'm using the wide one and not the narrow one is the wide one gives you a better balance. Everything will be explained later in the video. I'll explain how we've got it working and who does what and who does where, etc, etc. Now, what we have it on balanced build-up style because it just works really, really well. And aggression we have on 91 because of the auto offside trap. That is really important to hit that 91. So, not going to talk anymore. Let's jump into the gameplay. Let me show you how this works, and then at the end of the video, as always, we'll show you the code, and I'll also show you how I've got these players set up and what this actually looks like when you have the ball at your feet. So yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, so the first game we have is a really interesting one. So bottom left, we're transitioning into our 4-1-2-1-2 wide. You can see it on the radar now. Yeah, and it's such a good highlight, this game. It just shows the strengths and weaknesses of this formation. Now you can see from here, pretty much from kickoff, nice bit of passing through ball through to Mbappe. It's 1-0. Yeah, once the game starts like this, you know yourself. Yeah, you've got a good formation, and then from here it doesn't stop. Now the press is obviously, because we're using that, you haven't seen it yet, but the formation that it switches to is interesting, which is where the press comes from. So from here you can see we're always going to have 3 players upfield no matter what, and they're always going to be so close together you can create those triangles, those passing options, those 1-2s, and it's very difficult for the opponent's AI to pick up on that triangle, let alone your opponent picking up on it. Yeah, we do get a stroke of luck with certain goals, but that's what you want, and that can only come from a decent formation. And the beauty about this particular game montage that you're watching now is it has everything. It has corners, free kicks, open play, set pieces. It just kind of shows the variety that you get in this formation. You get a lot of players forward, and then the opponent can't handle that type of passing and move it quickly. Yes, we've got some really nice players, but this is where it gets interesting. So I make a massive mistake and I give away a penalty. Not only do I give away a penalty, but I also get my second yellow card and a red card from my right back. So I'm playing the majority of the game with 10 men. Now, whilst my opponent does get back into it, top of the screen there, you can see 4-3. That set piece there, that kind of thing was back in FC24, so I don't know if it's coming back. I've tried it a few times and it is working. So that type of corner where you take it outside, bring it back inside, the AI can't pick it up, that is happening again. So we're 5-4 up. Bear in mind we've got 10 men. I'm not changing nothing, I'm just going for it. And then here, back post. One of the smallest players on the pitch actually gets her head to the ball at the back post, so it has everything, crosses. Like I say, there's a mixture of everything in this game. So that takes us to 6-4 again, 85th minute. We're not stopping. There's no point. The formation works. So let it do what it has to do. We draw in a free kick, and then if those of you that haven't done Bale, if you can do Bale, he is a meta card. He is, yeah. He's not. Nobody's displacing this card from my squad at any point in time. I mean, look at that outside of the left foot free kick. What a goal! Not often you get those type of goals. Yep, again we'll move on to another gameplay clip. This time round we are already 1-0 down. So how do we fare with this formation when we are 1-0 down, should I say? it allows for comebacks. It allows for big wins. I can't keep stressing enough that it's such a great formation. And if you are struggling at this point in time, especially with a new season, and you've been pushed back, pushed up, you're coming up against higher quality players, better quality teams as well. I highly recommend this formation to help you out and get you those extra wins, because it is working so far so good for me. I can't emphasise enough how well this works, and it suits my playing style as well. And again, here 1-0 down to 3-1 up, and we get the win. It's just, we'll keep moving forward. And to kind of prove a point, I'm going to use it. Well, I'm going to show you some FutChamps gameplay. Now you can see that we've already transitioned into our 4-1-2-1-2 wide. So you know that I'm not BSing you guys. So yeah, there we go, straight from kickoff. We're in on goal. Again, get a little bit of luck, but you make your own luck in this game. Sometimes it's against you, sometimes it's for you, and when it's against you, you have to kind of make your own luck up. And with these type of formations, you can help yourself a little bit by having a little bit of an advantage in terms of how your opponent is set up. Now, obviously, a lot of people are just gung-ho, 100%, press, left back, right back, bombing forward, and you can exploit that so many different ways with this formation. You can bring it short, you can bring it long, your set pieces, your corners, things like that all make a massive difference. And these through balls, the AI just cannot pick up the strikers in this formation, because effectively there is two strikers and a cam, and it's the cam they struggle to pick up. Like here, for example, there's nobody picking up the cam, so therefore the two defenders are struggling to pick up the two strikers, leaving kind of the cam to do his own thing, thread the needle, if you like, thread in between the lines, and boom, before you know it, yeah, as you can see in this game, 4-2 up. It's a FutChamps game, 4-2 up in a FutChamps game. I kind of let 2 goals slip, unfortunately, but we pull it back. We get it 5-2, and then eventually our opponent decides enough is enough and he quits, and we move on to the next game. Again, you can see we've transitioned into that 4-1-2-1-2 wide. Again, pretty much straight from kickoff, we're in on goal. Yes, we get a little bit of luck, but we all need that luck, and from here we just move forward, and that's all you can do. You just want those extra wins, because obviously team of the year, we've got team of the season around the corner. We want those players, and there's some really nice players. And I was fortunate enough to pack 2 team of the year cards. I want more. I want some of the big cards. I've never packed that 10, 11, 12 million pound card, and that is what I'm after. I want the big players, I want the big cards, and the only way for me to do that is like you guys, we need those packs. We need that pack luck, and we need those packs. We need those big packs, especially if we're finishing in Division 1 rivals, elite rivals, getting high in FutChamps. That is the only way we're going to do this. So let me show you how I've got this set up. And again, another 4-0 win in FutChamps. Can't be bad. Yeah, we went unbeaten on this one, guys. Still haven't been beaten with this formation yet. We've had a few draws, not been beaten yet. So that is always a good sign. So, obviously we have some really nice players. As you can see, we have Mbappe, Bale and Kachao. We also have Hansen right wing, but we're not using her at the minute because we're using Saka, because we're trying to get him to that 94 honourable mention status. So, otherwise this team is solid. So, we have the fullbacks, both on fullback and balanced. The defenders we have on defend, pretty much common sense. Sauer or Sawyer we have on holding and defend, purely because she's mobile. You could use a Kobe Manu in there. You could use Zidane in there. You're not predominantly using them as a DM. You're using them as like a how do we call it? A pivot between the centre backs and the midfield players. So that is why we're using somebody like Sauer in there. The cam, playmaker, balanced, wide players, winger, attack. Forwards, again, it's personal preference whether you want to use poach or advanced forward. I prefer advanced forward. Now, with the ball, it looks like 4-1-1-4. That is how you attack. 4-1-1-4. Pretty cool, right? It looks pretty good. It looks pretty nuts on there, as you can see, because the beauty of this is it's very similar to a 4-2-4 when it attacks. However, you've not got the two CMs side by side. So basically, you've got like a DM and a cam that are the two pivots, and then when you attack with 5 players, unless you send another player on a run, of course, and it just overwhelms your opponent. They can't get out unless they hit a long ball out. Now, I did have a few people try and get around me with this formation by hitting the long ball. So what I did change was, I haven't done it here actually, is I changed my goalkeeper to sweeper keeper, purely because the long ball kind of works if you're sending a left back or right back forward, and you do leave a little bit of space. But with the added bonus of a sweeper keeper, it just mops up any mess. So there we go. And like I say, this is unbeaten. Not much left to say about this formation. There is your code. This one is going to get popular. I think the narrow version is more popular than the wide version at this point in time. But I think once this video goes out and some pros start picking it up as well, this is just going to explode, this formation. And you're going to come up against this probably 9 out of 10 times in your weekend league especially. So yeah, get in there first. Hit that thumbs up button if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until Monday night's video, everybody take care and look after themselves.